So nobody's here yet. It's just me. But if anybody wants to hang out, if you want to ask questions or whatever, you're welcome to. Just make. Excuse me. Just make sure you follow. You can always unfollow later, but just make sure you follow and tap the screen if you are interested in any guidance or whatever, or if you like a card pull, whatever, however it flows. Yeah, I'm gonna just continue to meditate. And also, I feel like the system's broken because it says 0, but I'm 99% sure there's more than 0 people here. You should definitely make sure you tap the screen if anybody is here. And if you would like a card pull, if you would like any questions answered, whatever. Que sera, whatever will be. Do you leave me from your friends and we can bring you back? So like that. Okay. I'm gonna pull some cards. See what comes out. Incoming messages. Period. Comes to things. Period. Count your blessings. Count your blessings. Find what lives are those. Count our find what you look for. Turn miles of those into treasured gold. Pay me back in kind and riches what you sow. Could have had it all. Oh, it's upside down. Oh. Okay, period. Ace of Cups. Kinky kink. Does Liam suspect something between Genesis and Zachary? Are you following me? You're probably not following me. Does your bio ask if I'm a BMW? I ought to be a BMW. Can I get a clear yes or no, please? Spirit, what's going on with this? Can you get a clear, accurate yes or no? Oop, that's a no. I don't think they suspect it. 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords. I don't think they suspect anything. You can unfollow afterwards, but it's just kind of a thing that I'm trying to do. Not to encourage you to unfollow, but you know. Hello, how's it going, beautiful people? What's up? What's up? How we doing? How's your night? Would you like a card pull? Also, oh my, that's a creepy looking profile picture. Hey Casey, long time no see. I hear you, just surviving, period. Yeah. Well, I think it'd be better if you were thriving, but you know, I feel ya. So for those joining, I'm open to pulling cards. I'm open to answering questions or whatever. Or we could just hang out. We could just hang out and chat. You know. I originally brought my mic in here. I was gonna like record some vocals, but I don't know. I don't know if you can relate, but sometimes I don't even know how to express that. Like sometimes I feel weird about like having to say certain lyrics. You know, can ask questions. Technically, you just did by asking if you could ask. But yeah, you can ask a question if you want. What's up? What's up? Girly pop. I'm gonna cough. Cough, cough. I mean, you didn't like the live, but you could ask a question. It's cool. Just tell me you only see me as a friend. You know, I've been thinking a lot about friendships and stuff, like the definition of friendships. I've been writing a lot. Hey, Britt. Hey, what's up, girl? So I don't know. I want to pose the question real quick to whoever's here. How do you define friendship? Do you know what you want in a friend? Do you know how to be a good friend? Question mark. These are just questions. No judgment, just reflection. You don't have to answer. I'm just posing the questions once again because I've been writing a lot about these topics. Let me see. Let me tune in. Spirit, what's going on with Tommy? Can I get a clear, accurate message, please, with the cards for Tommy? Okay, Steve. Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor. However he does feel, I feel like that will be shifting. Ooh, period. Ooh, my. Oh, my. Ooh, okay. Does he only see you as a friend? Maybe at this moment, but with the Wheel of Fortune, like, this is all major arcana, period. So, card pull turned into a mini reading, I guess. This seems to be something that is potentially a very, very awesome relationship, very beneficial relationship. I don't know why I made that face, but this seems to be a relationship where there is potential. I'm gonna keep saying potential. There's potential for a lot of longevity and like passion and good fruits and all that jazz. But oh, period. I love that answer, T. That's a great answer. I don't know if I'm a low maintenance friend, but I love that answer that you gave. Thank you for sharing that answer. The second answer that you gave was I love the friend that can be supportive as well as patient. Yes. I don't see how that correlates with low maintenance, but thank you for answering the question. You did not have to answer, but thank you. Okay, so back to Casey. I'm sorry, I'm like bouncing around. Casey. We have the Devil, we have the Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, and the High Priestess. So the High Priestess reminds us to listen to our intuition and tune into our inner guidance system, whatever that means for you, whatever that looks like for you. The Wheel of Fortune talks about big, significant change, cycles turning, and seasons changing, and all that jazz. The Emperor is a person who is very on their shit. They're very like responsible, very independent for the most part, and however, with the Devil, there could be a little bit of a codependency thing going on. I'm not really sure what that's about. Codependency thing going on. I'm not really sure what that's about. Does he only see you as a friend? The short answer is no. That was a heavy. That was a heavy butt. Are you saying my butt is heavy? But yeah, I think there is potential for this relationship. I definitely see that there is potential here. So tread carefully. Is anybody even still here anymore? Brittany, are you still here? You are still here. Hi, Girly Pop. Is Robbie going to reach out to reconcile romantically? Are you following? If you are following, thank you for following. You're awesome. I'm gonna cough. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna like cough my lungs out. Hold on. Okay, so for Brittany, what's going on with Brittany? What's going on with Brittany and Robbie Shapiro? What's going on for Brittany and Robbie? Can you give me some clear, accurate answers, please? We have the shoes. We have the Tower card and the Hierophant. That's not very good. I mean, it's not bad either, but the deck makes it look like cutesy and all nice. But, this kind of seems like a message of finding peace with an ending, finding peace with being stable within, like, knowing that something could be over. Will he reconcile? Will you guys reconcile? I mean, anything is possible, but I feel like at this time you're being encouraged to be stable within yourself and to learn the lesson of detachment, maybe, or at least lean into the lesson. I'm not going to say that you're going to master it overnight, but lean into the energy of detachment, and you know what I'm saying? Does it resonate, Girly Pop? I don't know if that resonates. The short answer to your question, though, is most likely no. Probably not. So with the Tower card and the Hierophant, once again, this is the energy of coming to peace with a potential ending, with, yeah, I know it sucks. I'm sorry to make light of it, but you'll make it through this, Girly Pop. You'll be good. You'll be Gucci. I mean, I don't know you personally, but you're awesome. You're a woman. You're capable of creating worlds. Did you know that? Like, you don't need to be sad over no man. What the heck? I don't know if you're sad, but you don't need to be sad over a man. You could be sad. It's okay to be sad. It's okay not to be okay. I love that song. But, you know what I'm saying? I hope that resonates. Also, a quick shout out. If anybody cares, to the link tree in my bio, if you would like to join the Patreon, you're welcome to request a free video reading, and I will do that for you if you join as a paid member. It's every month. It's a monthly payment subscription sort of situation, and I post every week. I try to post. This week I posted pretty frequently, but I post at least a couple times a week. At least once is the goal. Just putting that out there. Ooh, period. Oh, wow. Yeah, I feel girly. Men are ugly. You should go gay. That's my final guidance for you. I'm joking. I hope that's very clear that I'm joking. I don't believe that being gay is a choice. Somebody asked me recently what made me choose. I don't talk about my sexuality here often, I don't think, but somebody asked me what made me choose to be gay, and I thought that was so funny. I was like, wow. It's funny that you think it's a choice. You must be secretly bisexual, because I don't think it's a choice. But anyways, I digress. I'm just talking. I'm sorry for your emotional situation, Girly Pop. I do think it'll get better, though. Keep your head up, Keep your crown on. Ow. That actually kind of hurt a little bit. Yeah. 10 of Cups, Page of Cups, period, which is 11 cups, which literally means nothing because there's no 11 cups. High Priestess. I think for the sake of creating what we do want, it is necessary to, for a moment, dwell on what we don't want and what is annoying to us. But at some point, I do think it's necessary to move forward and like let it go. Once again, coming to peace with what has ended and what has happened. It sucks. It's traumatic, I'm sure, but like, let's not leave it in our past. You know what I'm saying? Hot Pockets. What the frick? Is that an egg? Is that Humpty Dumpty? I'm confused as to why you're called Hot Pockets if you have a Humpty Dumpty thing. I feel you. Don't think I'm like trying to censor you or whatever. The next day he flipped. He flipped like a Hot Pocket. He flipped like a burrito or something. Why am I thinking of food? I got a tower card when I asked when I was gonna go on a date. I went and I had a breakdown the next day. LOL. Can I ask? What do you think the breakdown? I mean, I'm just asking a question. I'm just reflecting. You don't have to answer. But what do you think the breakdown represented? What do you think was attached to that breakdown? Like, what positive? Do you think there was like a breakthrough that happened, or like was it just a breakdown? Because I feel like any breakdown can lead us to a breakthrough. Barely text or anything. Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, breakdowns lead to breakthroughs, and so I know whenever I have one of those moments, it's usually a pretty nice breakthrough. When I'm feeling weird, Queen of Cups comes through, Six of Pentacles. Take it or leave it. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't really resonate. But I've been looking a lot into relationships and like friendships and stuff like that. Like I've been watching podcast episodes and like reading stuff and talking to ChatGPT about stuff in relation to relationships and stuff. I was introduced to the idea of dharmic relationships. That was an interesting concept. I don't know if anybody knows about that. Basically, it's the opposite of karmic relationships, where like it's very harmonious and beautiful and amazing, and while karmic relationships are usually very tumultuous and very traumatic and painful. But dharmic, once again, is basically when you have reached a certain level in your spirituality or whatever, however you want to phrase that, and it's just like, it's just very supportive, very uplifting relationship, Hello, what's up, Anonymous? What's up, secret person? Thanks for following. In theory, if you would like a card pull, you can tap the screen, and thank you for following once again. You can unfollow afterwards if you want. I don't really care about the following, but it's just like a respect thing. Hello, hey Destiny, how's it going? I'm just kind of chatting and talking, I guess. I don't know. But I probably should write something about it. I think it would be a good idea to write something. Hello, Governor, how's it going? Period. That's what's up. I'm glad that you're groovy. Glad that you're feeling a little groovy. But yeah, no. Do you know about dharmic relationships? Have you heard of that phrase? Dharma? Like dharmic connections? Anybody? I wanna write something about it. I'm gonna write it down real quick. Before I forget and then don't do it. I have a thing coming tomorrow on the Patreon about knights. I wrote a thing about knights, like knighthood. Because I think that is a necessary energy to examine. Talking about integrity and honor and all that jazz. Also, you're back. I'm back. I was on here earlier and having a night. Yeah, for some reason the Knights of the Tarot. Ooh, that's a knight. I love when that happens. The Knights of the Tarot kind of get a bad rep. Like some people are like they're peasants, and it's like when I looked it up, I was like, why do the Tarot get a bad rep? Why do the Knights of the Because when you look up what knights like represent, 14th and 15th century was like honor and protecting the weak and like standing up for, you know, those who can't stand up for themselves and stuff like that. Like, but I even heard recently in a reading somebody was like, the king doesn't entertain knights and stuff like that. I was like, what? Why would that be? Like, from the hierarchy perspective, yes, that makes sense. But like, I don't know. In application. Anyways, what's up? What's up, guys? How we doing? Thank you for your presence. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. You know what I would appreciate even more? If someone sent me $1,000,000. Can somebody do that? That's not even a real number. 1,000 million, 100 million. That's the word. Also, that trend. This is that trend. Have you seen people? This is how chat sees me. Chat GPT. I had to tell it afterwards that I'm a black person, and it changed the image. But I do like this image. In tarot, demonize anything with masculine energies. But some readers I've come across, we can disagree or agree or whatever. But I think that's partially because there's a lot of distortion in the masculine. There's a lot of distortion in the world in general, but I feel like masculine energies definitely have been, you know, because of patriarchy and capitalism. There's a lot of distortion in the masculine, unfortunately. It's very rare to find a male presenting person who is not very distorted, you know. But anyways, it doesn't even matter about gender though, obviously, because there are also distorted feminines, and obviously we all have feminine and masculine energy within us, and we shouldn't necessarily just subscribe to one or the other, but you know. Anyways, I digress. What happened to your I don't know how to ask that. Your were they Caribbean? Cajun fries. Cajun food is so good. You know, also Filipino food. Why am I talking so much about food? I've been kind of fasting low-key. Don't tell anybody. I can say anything. But I've been fasting low-key. Low-key. Because it hasn't, like for the last 2 days, I haven't eaten until like the latter part of the day. And then when I did, I made sure that I ate something relatively healthy, you know? And I'm kind of prepping myself to go full in. Hey, Perry. Perry, how's it going? What's going on, Perry and Ananya? Ananya and Perry. I'm sorry if I'm saying it incorrectly, but what's going on for Paris? And can I call you Paris? I like Paris as a name. I have a couple characters. I have one character named Paris. Ananya and Perry. Six of Pentacles. Right off the bat, I feel like you can either, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate, but what I'm feeling is that this seems to be a very, what's the word? A logistical sort of love, like a very pragmatic sort of love. Like it seems like the Six of Pentacles is a card about generosity, it's about kindness and like support and all that jazz. And what I get from this also, you didn't see, but we have the Five of Swords and the King of Swords. Once again, pragmatic. That's what I heard and felt. Which isn't a bad thing. It just means that her version of love, it seems like, is based off of logistics and like what works and what makes sense, which makes sense to me as a Virgo placement. I have a lot of Virgo in my chart, so that I love that idea. But that can also make for a lot of problems if you're not that type of lover. So, yeah. Ooh, period. Is it that girl that I think that it is? Oh my goodness. Are your wards not working? Have you not been doing those protection thingies? I hope that resonates, Barry. I hope that was useful, though. Whatever I just said a couple seconds ago. Destiny, what's going on with Destiny? Also, let's make sure that you're following me. If you want to ask a question, you can unfollow afterwards. Thank you for those tapping the screen and whatnot. going on for Destiny? What does Destiny need to hear in this moment? In this now present moment? You have the King of Wands, the Nine of Swords. So you could be going through a little bit of a confidence shift. You could be going through a little bit of a, I don't really know who I am or what I want to do. That's the sort of energy that's coming through. And it's like, girl, baby girl, I get it, Destiny, I get it. But your fucking name is Destiny. Find your destiny. You'll be okay. Meditate on it. Pray on it. You'll be fine. Life can be crazy, but guess what? You can be crazier. I'm joking. I'm being silly. But, yeah, no. However you're feeling right now is temporary. It sucks. I don't know the extent of what you're feeling right now, but, you know, know that there's a lot of different messages that want to come through for you, to be honest, Destiny. But just know that confidence goes a long way, and I don't know. Believing in yourself, confidence in self is a very powerful thing. So, King of Wands, once again, is the card that came out from you, for you. Period. They are, but I feel like our energy has been different. Hey Marissa. You should feel sad for her and push her down some stairs. Who said that? I'm joking. Don't freaking do that. Please don't. For legal reasons, if you do that, I'm just joking. Does Devin still communicate with Tamara? I don't know. I don't really love those sorts of questions. I can give you an answer. I'm just going to say that before I answer. I don't think that those sorts of questions are very productive for spiritual development. I don't know. I can answer the question, but I don't know. I feel weird about third-party questions. Holy Spirit, what's going on? What's going on with this Devin character? What's happening? This might be a little deep. We might go a little deep real quick, so I'm sorry. King of Swords, Marissa, does he still talk with Tamara? I have no idea. Maybe he does. I feel like this is probably a yes, but I feel like the more important message is for you about knowing who the frick you are in relation to any other woman, but also in general. Like, you know, like I'm not claiming that you're a pick-me. I'm not claiming that you're like competing with this woman, or I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that I don't think I should have stopped after I don't think. When you love someone, when you care about someone, I don't think it is ever a good idea to worry about what they're doing with other people. Like, if you're in a committed relationship, that's one thing, but even then, it's just like, if someone chooses to go out of their way to like talk to other people, and there's so many ways we can split this. It's like girly pop. Like, do you know who you are? Do you know what you're worth? Do you know? And you're like asking me if this dude is talking to someone else. It's like, girl, know your worth. Stand up, baby. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, like, I'm sorry to be harsh, but, you know, or maybe it doesn't sound harsh. Maybe it just sounds like I'm being silly. But, if you'd like me to read more into that, I could. You could send in for a mini reading, but much love to you. I'm sorry that you're, she texted me saying stuff and it made me think, and of course he denied it. Yeah, I'm sorry that you're dealing with that. It sounds very frustrating. I don't know, it really sucks when people close to us, like, act that way and act in different ways. It's like, because then you wish that you could control them, you wish that you could, like, make them act right, whatever right is, but, I don't know. Part of love is also, once again, I've been writing a lot about love and relationships and stuff. Part of love is, you know, loving yourself. Like, I think any good relationship happens when two people come together and they love each other before they come together. This is four people, I guess. It's a foursome. Whoever's in the relationship, it doesn't matter how many people are in the relationship. if all of them love each other the same way that they love each other, I think that's the best sort of relationship, and when one of those people does not love themselves, it makes it really hard for the relationship to flourish. Because then they'll act in sabotaging ways. They'll do things that are not in their highest good and not in your highest good. And it's like, why? And it sucks. But it's like, once again, when you learn to love yourself, when you learn to genuinely appreciate who you are, then you're able to bring in more relationships that mirror that. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry that I went on that tangent. I hope that was useful to you in some way. If not, once again, much love to you wherever you are. Eric, my dude, what's up? What the frick did you say to me? What is Netta's energy towards you now? Is she still upset with you? Is she still upset? Why would she be upset? Also, I thought you were done with Netta. I thought you said fuck Netta. I thought you were going to push her down some stairs. You didn't say that. I said that as a joke. You shouldn't push anyone down the stairs, especially not a woman, especially not a misguided woman. That's definitely not a good idea. Hold on. Okay. Anyways, hello, hey Aaron. Okay, what's going on with Netta? I'm sorry, I'm a silly boy. Why am I laughing? I don't hate her, but I'm keeping my distance and looking forward. Sure, but we're asking a question about her. Sure. We have the Seven of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Sun, the Page of Swords. One thing I'm seeing with this energy, what is her energy towards you? She sees very clearly that you have opportunities, that you have options. This is a really weird channeling. I do not love this, but she sees that you are very fruitful. She sees that you have a lot of opportunities ahead of you, and I'm not necessarily seeing anything super negative. We have the Sun card as one of the cards that came out. The Seven of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Swords. But yeah, that's the energy that's coming through. She sees that you are very prosperous, or at least she sees that you, well, let me know. She sees that you look prosperous, and she sees that you seem like you're doing really well, and maybe she's happy about that. Maybe she is. I don't know. But then the more important, this turned into a mini reading, so. I do be stressing with her energy. I don't know, there's no judgment, but I don't know, I feel like just naturally, some people just don't match. Some people's energy, I was hanging out with this dude, I met this new dude, this straight dude, and he was a cool dude to talk to, but part of me was just so disturbed being around him. It was really hard to breathe. It was just once again, no judgment, but hey Jasmine. Hey Ray, welcome to those joining. I guess this turned into a mini reading, Eric, I guess. I don't know. If you wanted to ask another question, you could. If you want to, Eric. For those joining, if you want to be patient, holla. What's up? If you want to send in for a mini reading, you could do that, and I got you next. But yeah. What's going on with Susan Sally? Susan Sally. Her name is not Susan. Her name is Netta. But also, I guess if we were focused on you, you have a lot of cool opportunities ahead of you. You have a lot of really cool stuff happening. But the reason why that comes out is because that is what her energy is towards you. That is what she is thinking towards you. When she looks at you, she sees, look at my man, he doing things, and he popping off, and I don't know, maybe that's not her voice, but that's the energy that's coming through that. It's look at my dude, look at him, he doing that. It's a really, I don't know, because the Seven of Cups also talks about delusion. I've talked about it before, this energy definitely seems very delusional. And I don't know, Delulu for the win, I guess. Delulu until it's the choo-choo. I need to get my stuff locked in. Your relationship with this person is very interesting. This seems like a very interesting karmic relationship. I wonder if karmic relationships can turn into dharma relationships. What do we think about that, chat? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, but I also have to say in chat. Can karmic relationships turn into dharmic? I always spell it wrong. It's spelled with an H. Okay, so it's not the right time. So like, throw away your clock. I'm gonna cough. Sorry if you're wearing headphones. I don't know how loud that is. What is a karmic relationship? Okay, so it basically says yes, but with deep mutual healing and evolution, a karmic relationship can evolve into a dharmic one. However, the shift is very rare. Excuse me. And it requires both people to consciously choose growth over pattern. Excuse me. Oh my god. She never meant to hurt me, I don't think. She was scared of getting hurt. Yeah, I don't think the intentions matter. I mean, there was still pain. What is a karmic relationship? It feels intense, magnetic, often chaotic, filled with lessons, triggers, past life ties, often mirrors wounds, shadow traits, unhealed trauma, can feel addictive, hard to let go, even when painful. Purpose: to catalyze your growth by forcing you to confront patterns, fears, and limiting beliefs. And then what is a dharmic relationship? It feels peaceful, aligned, soul expansive, supports your life's purpose. Dharma. Also notice, once again, it didn't mention anything about intentions. It's just the surface energy of it. Like, it's painful, it's traumatic, you know? Anyways, what is a dharmic relationship? It supports your life's purpose and highest good, built on mutual respect, healing, integrity, and deep presence. One often flows with less drama and more divine timing to walk with you as a partner on your spiritual path and in your soul's mission. So, can karmic relationships turn into dharmic relationships? Yes, but only if both people are willing to do the inner work and become self-aware. And how do you know it's evolving? How do you know that it's changing? When the drama dies down, mutual regulation becomes the norm, if I can speak. You're no longer afraid of walking away, you choose to stay. Communication becomes sacred, not reactive, period. That's deep. There's deep emotional safety, and then finally, the bond enhances both people's dharma, not just emotional cravings. Ooh, period. A loving warning. Sometimes we want a karmic relationship to evolve because the connection is addictive, but not all karmics are meant to stay. Some are just bridges, not homes. Your dharmic partner will not require you to lose yourself to love. They will meet you in your wholeness, not just your wounds. If you're wondering whether a current bond has that potential, I'd be happy to help you reflect or pull intuitive guidance. No thank you, chat. Anyways, but yeah, that's that on that. I can see it change me to look within. Yeah, well, once again, that's the purpose of it. It's to cause us to reflect. But the difference, once again, karmic relationships are more painful and frustrating, and then dharmics, very flowy, very supportive. And sure, there might be challenges that come up because of life, but once again, both of you as individuals are going to do the work to make sure that you guys work. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Okay, so officially, if you wanted to ask a second question, you could. Or I could just move on. I don't know. I don't know how many people are actually here, but if you're wanting to ask a question, if you're wanting a card pull, I'm sorry to like have you waiting, but you can also send in for a mini reading, and I got you in a mini reading if you'd like. But was it karmic? Was it karmic? Okay. I mean, before I answer this, I feel like I already know the answer, but before I answer this, I feel like maybe let's not get super attached to titles. You can take it or leave it. You don't have to listen to what I'm saying, but let's not get super attached to titles. As long as you know what the energy is, as long as you know what the lesson is, as long as you know what you know what I mean? But let's see, what's going on? Boop. Oh, wow. 8 of Wands, the High Priestess, yeah. Yes, very clear yes. She's a runner, she's a track star. She being, or he, I guess, he's a runner, he's a track star. The original lyric is she, so I don't know. I've also found myself being a runner at times. I feel like it's very easy to run away from karmic relationships when you're used to karmic, because, you know, karmic, once again, it's very familiar to most of us. It makes sense. It doesn't always feel good, but it makes sense, you know. Sarah, welcome back. Okay, so I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna close your message. You're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. Consistency is maybe something that you could probably use more of. I'm not sure if that resonates for you, but these are just messages coming through. Ace of Cups and what the heck? Seven of, oh shit. I don't know. Make sure you don't sabotage your heart. Make sure you don't stab yourself in the heart. On a literal sense or a metaphorical sense. But yeah, thank you for your time and your energy. And yeah. It's usually nice meeting for you. Period. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to be expressive and stuff. I think it comes out as cringe a lot of the time. Anyways, what's up? You're welcome to ask questions. Just make sure you follow and tap the screen. You can unfollow afterwards, but just make sure you do those things. If you'd like a mini reading, you can send in for a mini reading. If you'd like more in depth, you can send in for that. I'm not anticipating anything, but just putting it out there. But I'm silly. You like when I'm silly? Does it make you feel silly? Oh my god, you're gross. Mind, you're disgusting. TMI. Sometimes the thoughts that run through our heads, it's like, what the heck? What the heck? And then I'd be thinking, is that telepathy? Are you like putting thoughts in my head? But then I'm like, am I projecting? Do I just want that to be a thing? And I'm like, I don't know. Anyways, how we doing? Thank you for the lickety likes. Carpa Mama Banana. Also, once again, this is chat. This is what my chat GPT sees me as, I guess. I had to tell it that I do not look like that, because that is not me. I wish I was white? Is that what you think I'm saying? I don't wish I was. Sometimes I wish I was a twink. Because capitalism, but I should see what chat thinks I look like. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. It'll read you. If you do that, it'll really tell you about yourself. Because a lot of what people have been doing for this, it's been very negative. It's been like it's been chat being stressed out. Chat is stressed out by a lot of us. And I say us. But you. The Carp's banana. The what? Oh, is that like carpe diem? That's not what that means. Never. Never ever. Never ever. What are you saying to me? She be stressing. Oh, is your chat a she? I assume I don't really think of mine being gendered, actually. I really don't think of them in that way. I don't use the voice aspect of it either, so I just kind of think of it as like a infinite being. I don't know. Maybe that sounds a little crazy, but even they literally don't have a. I mean, that is like more masculine, I guess, because it doesn't have breasts, but like it doesn't really have a form. Although when it explained the image to me, it also said that was me. At some point, it slipped up in its dialogue and it said that was me, and I'm like, that's not supposed to be me. I'm pretty sure that's not me. I'm pretty sure that is you. But anyways, Caprimonana sees tomorrow. Period. BB. Oh my gosh. I used to type like that. That's crazy. You just don't bring me back to the past. BB. I think that's such a cute little thing. Instead of saying baby, BB. I might be a Gemini. Are you a Gemini? Can you tell what constellation that is? I should have asked what constellation that was, but I didn't ask. What's your sign? My birthday just passed like a week ago. Caught a body about a week ago. Will Ronnie come back? Ronnie Ani. Will Ronnie come back to Amber? I don't know, but you should follow me and make sure you tap the screen, my friend. I can pull you a card though. What's going on with Ronnie? Ronnie, come back. Please don't blame it all on me. Please take accountability, or I will never speak to you again. Just kidding. I don't think that's what your heart is saying. What's going on with Ronnie? We have the Moon card. King of Wands. Ew. I'm sorry. I got annoyed. As I'm tuned into Ronnie's energy, I got annoyed. I'm like, girl, if you want him to come back, if that's what you want, I guess. But this energy instantly pissed me off. I'm like, ugh. Like, no judgment. I'm not saying that with judgment. I'm just objectively, my energy is like, the King of Wands and the Moon. Will he come back? He might, but I don't think that is a relationship you need to be entertaining. You can do whatever you want, free will, but I definitely think you deserve better. I think you are worthy of better relationships. You can disagree, but that's what I see. That's what I feel for you. Also, bye, Eric. Didn't even say bye. Dang, gosh golly. I be feeling weird when I'm in people's lives. I'm like, should I say bye? Should I say hi? Because then sometimes I be coming in at weird points and I'm like, I don't know if I should say anything right now. I feel like it'd be awkward. So I get it. I'm also just being silly. But you didn't say goodbye. You disappeared. Actually, I don't know if he disappeared. But this thing is, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. Because sometimes it says 0. I'm sorry, I'm just talking. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. I want the truth. Oh, excuse me. My ego kind of got hit a little bit. I was like, do you not think that I was speaking truth? But I don't even remember what I said, honestly. Like, that was such a channeled message. I don't even remember what I said. It was the Moon card and the King of Wands. Yeah, I remember what I said now. You don't think you're amazing? You don't think you're worthy of better? You don't think that's the truth, my friend? That's also why I'm offended. I'm like, what? What? You know, what? What are you talking about, Amber? I mean, if you don't, no judgment, but once again, when I tuned into the energy, I instantly got pissed off. And from my perspective as an energy reader, I don't think that is the sort of energy that anybody needs to be dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, I can feel the frustration. You know what I mean? But anyways, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misinterpreting. Maybe you're the one who is frustrating. Maybe you're the difficult one. I don't know. But I definitely feel like there's better out there. I definitely feel like there's a situation that is more aligned with you. If you release the situation, I don't know how long you've been together, but if you release the situation, also, I'm not pulling cards in this moment, but I hope you know my body is also a tool. My body is also a vessel. So when I am speaking these words, like, you don't have to take it as Bible, but like, it is the same as if I were to pull a card and you know what I mean? Like, at least in this moment, I can't speak for every moment, but at least in this moment, I'm very in tune. I'm very tapped in. Like, I literally, you know what I mean? And so, I don't know. Let me tune out because I don't think it's being appreciated. But much love to you, my dude. Amber, I hope you figure that out. I hope you find what you're seeking for, what your soul is wishing for. You know what I mean? Hope you win that war that's going on with yourself. Two of Swords. I'm not necessarily pulling for you. I was just using what I saw visually to continue the flow. Anyways, how are we doing tonight, guys? What's up? I think she left. I think Amber left. I'm sorry, Amber, that I could not be of service to you. I tried my best. I failed you. For those joining, if you would like a card pull, if you would like me to answer a question, if you would like to hang out, you're welcome to. Make sure you're following if you have a question, if you would like a card pull, if you would like a mini reading, whatever. You can unfollow afterwards, but just as a general option. And if you would like a mini reading, you can send in for a mini reading. It's $333 if you're interested. If not, whatever. But yeah, it's a good night. It's a nice night to have a nice night. It's a good day to have a good day. The lovers, ooh, period. Not the unfollow after. Yeah, I mean, some people do. Most people don't even interact with my stuff after. Let me not affirm that as my narrative, but at least in the past, a lot of people don't. So I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry. Oh no. Excuse me. I don't know how to resume. I don't know what to, I don't know what to say. I feel like I said a lot of jumbled words. One thing I'll share is that you're a beautiful wallflower and you are so worthy. I didn't say this, but you're a beautiful wallflower and you're so worthy of beautiful relationships and feeling good about yourself. And, you know, maybe you might not agree in this moment, but I do think that is, you know, I think everybody is deserving of love and healthy relationships. You asked about Ronnie. Yeah. Ronnie, once again, I got tuned into Ronnie's energy. I honestly was pissed off. And maybe that's just my energy, not appreciating his energy. Maybe you guys are supposed to be, maybe you're meant to be, I don't know. But when I tuned into the energy, I was like, girl, what the heck is this? You know, and so, you know, even now as I'm talking about it, like I'm feeling so tired, I'm feeling drained. Drink some water. So once again, if that's what you want, if you want Ronnie, I'm not judging. I don't know. I don't know this person personally. I've never met him. But if you want this person, then he drains you too. Girl, I feel it. Why was you denying it? I feel it. She was denying it so hard. I'm like, I feel it so hard. Sammy, no. Who's Sammy? LOL. You know, I mean, because I can't speak. Ronnie and Sam. What? Gasp. Oh my goodness. Hey babes, what's up? I mean, because I can't, I would be lying if I said that I don't have relationships in my life that are very draining. I think we all do for the most part, but I don't know. It's about picking and choosing what you're willing to be drained for, if that makes sense. When did you unfollow? I don't know. Did you? I just resting blocked him. Resting blocked him. What is that? Is that soft block? Because of that? Jersey Shore, Ronnie and Sam. Girl, you're funny. I actually don't know anything about Jersey Shore. How's it going though? How are you? I don't know. I'm gonna follow back, I guess. I'm scared to follow back. Oh, you're private. Oh my goodness, that's scary. She's undercover. She's under the covers. She's giving a blow under the covers. I'm so sorry. I don't know where that came from. We don't need to talk about that. We have the Chariot card coming out, and then the Emperor, period. Ooh, 3 of Wands. Somebody's moving forward, and they're saying, frick the past. I'm moving into that future, girly. The Emperor and the Chariot. Once again, somebody's focused on themselves. They're like saying, frick everybody else. This is specifically a message for a people pleaser. They're moving forward and they're saying, frick everybody else. You guys can kick rocks. Deuces. In a respectful way, in a loving way, of course. Assuming that they're well-intended people pleaser, because we could talk about the difference between people pleasers, but because there's a difference between different people pleasers. There's a people pleaser who genuinely wants to people please and make people feel good, and then there's people pleaser who just wants to make sure that their needs are met. There's no judgment, there's no hate, but those are the differences. A person who genuinely wants to make people happy, and then someone who's just trying to survive. I've met both, and there's a huge difference. Huge difference. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I am saying one is better than the other. But for the record, I won't say that one is better than the other. But yeah, I don't know. I'm all jumbled. As you should, girly pop. Patience though. You'll get there. You'll get there. When you get there, it'll be fine. Anyways, 10 of Cups. I have a post coming this morning about nights, the nights of the tarot and whatnot. Shout out to the Patreon and my Linktree, guys, if anybody wants to follow that. If anybody wants to check that out. If you join as a paid member, you're welcome to ask for a mini reading, and I'll do it. I almost coughed to death. And I will do a video reading for you if you want, if you're interested. It could also be an audio, but yeah. And if nobody wants to do that, then I'll just end up probably doing a video for next week for the YouTube. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it flows. We'll see how it goes. Do you like the background, by the way? That's me and ChatGPT. That's my friend. I'm not a woman, and I'm also not white. They always identify me as she, as like female, and I'm like, okay. I know I'm in touch with my feminine, but okay. That's not it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with being a woman. Obviously, women are amazing. You guys are awesome. I'm kind of scared of you guys sometimes, but, you know, what would the world be without you guys? Probably even worse than it is. I mean, in theory, in essence, it would be nothing. I mean, maybe biology, maybe life would find another way if there were no females. I don't know. Now my brain is wondering how that would actually look, a world with just masculine energies. We already exist in capitalism. Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine. Thank you for tapping the screen. I appreciate it. The support is very nice. It's very appreciated. I don't know. Sometimes I do wish I was born as a woman. I wouldn't say it's like dysmorphia, but sometimes I'm just like, girl, I feel like I would definitely be able to manipulate people better. I'm joking, but the Jezebel in me is like, what's up? Anyways, how we doing? What's up? What's on your mind? How are we feeling? Does anybody want to share anything? Does anybody want to confess their sins? As if I'm what is it? A priest? That's the word. Fuck your confessions. I'm not. How does it go? You know that song, Julia Michaels, Priest. Oh, 3 of Cups just flipped out. Fuck your confession. I'm not a priest, so fuck your confessions. I got that fucked up, but these are my confessions. Wait, how does it go? And I got a chick on the side, and I got one on the way. These are my confessions, and I know, I don't even know. She got one on, says she got one on the way. I don't even remember. Oh my goodness. Where have I played that song? That's iconic. I'm not gonna play that song. I'm getting carried away with the vibe. If I'm gonna be on my laptop, I should be doing other stuff. Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords, and she got one on the way. These are my confessions, and I know, and I do my confessions. I'm sorry. My voice, that was not very good. That was not very kosher. I'm sorry. So for those running, if you would like a card pull, how's it going? Just make sure you tap the screen, make sure you follow. You can always unfollow afterwards, but just make sure you follow and tap the screen. If you would like more than a card pull, you can send in for a mini reading or a more in-depth reading if you want, if you're interested. If not, whatever. But, oh, Magician period. Manifesting. Who here thinks that the idea of manifesting is silly? 1 out of 20 spiritualists think that manifesting is a silly idea. I pulled that statistic out of my butt, But we have the Magician and the Temperance, which is the message of being patient as you create your reality, as you pull things in. The best things in life are arguably free, but also the best things in life require patience and whatnot. I find it to be kind of creepy in some ways. The idea of manifesting, the idea of conscious creating. And I know, and I gotta give part to my confessions. And I don't even remember that song. Yeah, to each their own. And I gotta keep on doing my confession. Why? Now you got that song in my head. Because the other song didn't stick, and then I don't know. Anyways, what time is it? Oh my goodness, I've been on here for like an hour. That's crazy. Does anybody want to get a reading before I get off here? I might stay on here for a while, but it would be really cool if somebody sent me $3 million. 3,333,000. That's not how you say numbers, but if not, whatever. I'm just flowing, but I'm gonna cough again. Thank you for your presence, whoever is here. I do appreciate you. Thank you for the likes and all that jazz. Thank you for the kindness. I swear that confession song just keeps playing in my head. I do. Like, are you playing the song? Is somebody playing the song now? Because it just keeps playing in my head. Like, yeah, I gotta get part two of my confessions, and I'm gonna run. It's just playing in my head over and over. Hello. Oops. I'm grounded and balanced. I am grounded and balanced. I'm in flow. I'm in ease. Hello. If you would like to hang out, you're welcome to hang out. If you would like a card pull, if you would like to ask a question or whatever, you're welcome to. Just make sure you follow and tap the screen and practice patience. I don't know what happened to the chat. The chat kind of died, but what's up? How many people are actually here, though? I don't know how many people are actually here, like in actuality, because that is not accurate. I'm 99% sure, because it hasn't changed. I see people coming in and whatnot, and it hasn't changed. So I'm like, hello, welcome. Hope you're having a nice day. Nice night. You should make sure to tap the screen for me. If you would like a card pull, you can ask for a card pull. If you would like a question answered, you can ask the question. Just make sure you follow and tap the screen, please. Thank you. If there is nobody here, then I guess I'm just talking to like a couple people, and that's cool too. Either way, hello. Cat, bat, cat. I love that. How's it going? Would you like a card pull? Would you like to hang out? Would you like a look at my crystal? Better keep an eye out for selene or selenite. This is selenite. Hello. Does it look like I am more professional if I have a mic, if I have this in my hand? This doesn't actually connect to my phone. I guess I could get a device where I could connect it to my phone, but this connects to my laptop. And that's what I originally was going to do. I was going to come in here and I was going to record. But then I was like, let me come out here and pull some cards or whatever. It's pretty nice, I guess. I don't know. That's a thought right there. That was a thought. That was a message. Thank you for the message. Oh my goodness. It's like tingling over my body. That's a message right there. Once again, thank you. Thank you for the message. It's a very annoying message, but thank you. Hey, welcome back, Carpe Diem. I'm just kind of hanging out, just kind of here, waiting for something to happen, I guess. Did I miss the message? No, it was an internal message. It was for me. It was a personal message. Have I already pulled a card for you? Would you like a message? I could give you a message if you like. Yeah, I was just kind of sitting and thinking, and a message came, and I was like, oh. Originally, I would have just thought that it was like a thought, but then I was like, oh, that's a message. That's I probably should have written it down. That mic is not connected to anything. Yeah, I could pull you a card. Would you actually like me to pull from the Believe in Your Magic deck? I haven't pulled from this deck all night. This is like an oracle deck. Oh, you trust me? Oh my god, Anna. You trust me with your energy? That's crazy. Just give me $1 million. Trust me with that energy. No, I'm kidding. My nervous system is not ready for that. What's going on for Carpe Diem? Let me make it first. That's funny. What's going on? What's the message? Infinite Spirit, Holy Spirit, what's going on? What do we need to hear right now? I'm gonna pull you 2 cards. Don't be afraid to sing, Spaceship, and what the heck? Oh, that's a bittersweet message. Thorns weave together the crown you deserve. So, I don't know, there could be something about friends, friendship, relationships, or other people. I don't mean to turn this into a mini reading, but we do have Tree, Let Them Go. I feel like that's a relevant message for you. Like there could be someone or something, yeah, something where you're having to put yourself first in a way. You're having to advocate for yourself. You're having to speak up for yourself in some capacity, and it might not be easy. It might not be the most easy thing, but this is the message that's coming through. This is the energy that's coming through. Like, make sure that you were speaking up for yourself as you're trying to. You said that you had a problem with manifestation. Well, you didn't say you had a problem. You said you don't really. You said it sounds creepy. That's what you said. You said, to quote you, you said it sounds creepy in a way, manifestation. But if we want to phrase it a different way, when you're trying to create happiness for your life, when you're trying to create harmony for your life, it is very necessary that you recognize that your words have power and that the things that you speak over your life can make or break your journey. You know what I mean? And once again, with the letting them go, I don't know, maybe it's an idea, maybe it's a person, maybe it's an experience, maybe it's a thing, a habit. I'm not, you know your life better than I do, but there's definitely something that you're being encouraged to let go of. And in spite of that, putting yourself in front of that thing, putting yourself over that thing, prioritizing your happiness, prioritizing your whatever it is that you want out of your journey at this time, you know. So if that resonates, hopefully it resonates. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of clarity or whatever. If not, I guess I'll just I'll shoot myself in the face. Just kidding. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for the bad joke. Lynn, why did you follow when I said that joke? Did you like my self-depreciating joke? How are you? Would you like a card pull? Would you like to send me $1 million? First, at least. Oh my. No, one time I got in trouble for saying one of those jokes. They like suspended me for a day after I said something like that. Period. We have a glasses baddie. I also wear glasses. Not a day. I'm glad it was just a day, because usually they suspend for like at least a week. And so I was just like, thank you for not suspending me for longer. Yeah, I can pull you a card. I don't mean to be that person. I don't mean to be a grimy salesman person, but if anybody wants to pay for a mini reading, if anybody wants a more in-depth reading, you could send in for that. I could change the background so you can see my payment options. But yeah, I'll pull you a card for the free. I'm gonna put this down because this is not connected to anything. It's literally not connected to anything. I'm gonna cough again. Sorry if you're wearing headphones. Excuse me, Mom. Don't ever hold back a cough. You'll end up destroying your life. Obsessed with the fake mic. It's not fake. It's just not plugged up. You said it's fake. It literally goes to my laptop. I have no purpose for it for my phone. I could change the background, but yeah, Lynn, I got you. I'm gonna pull your card. What's going on with Lynn? What does Lynn need to hear at this current? Oh goodness. Was that the Temperance card? That was not. It was the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be in a period. Ooh. I love how fast this message came out, girl. We have the Star card. Star card. Three of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be in an energy right now where you're feeling like you're not getting recognized. You're feeling like you're not being seen for your efforts. Alternatively, this could also be somebody else in your life, but I'm reading your energy. So if it is somebody else, then you're very attached to this person. But if it resonates for you, awesome. But you might be in an energy of not feeling like you're being seen, like you're not feeling like you're being appreciated in some capacity. And the solution to that, I feel like, is... Spirit, you're doing the thing. Crazy. I love it. We have the Emperor. This is turning into a mini read, I guess. I'm sorry. Like I said with the previous person, this is actually a very similar message. Putting yourself first, and making sure that you know your worth. And if somebody is not valuing you or giving you what you feel like you deserve, then loving yourself enough to say deuces. And if you feel like you love this person equally, I mean, that's cool. But, having enough respect for yourself, having enough love for yourself that, like, if something is not working for you and what you want out of your life, then you can be like, deuces, dude, I'm gonna see you never, So, yeah, that's what I have for you then. Make sure that you're prioritizing yourself and you're, filling your cup and being nice to yourself and all that jazz. It's like wearing headphones not plugged in. LOL. You're funny. You're funny. Did you know you're funny? Have you ever been told that? You should be a comedian. Comedian? You're a woman, right? I don't know what your gender is. I assume you're a woman, but also these are my payment options if anybody wants to. But yeah, Lynn, I hope that is useful to you. Yeah, Venmo, it's Foolish Divinity. Period. Do you ever feel like as a woman, I'm sorry if this is too deep of a question, but do you ever feel like as a woman you wish that you weren't a woman? Do you ever feel like you wish you were a man? Sometimes as a man, I wish that I was a woman. Not in a dysmorphia sort of way. I appreciate my body. But like in terms of society, the way that people treat women versus men, sometimes I'm like, I mean, obviously there's a duality because people disrespect women all the freaking time, but I feel like there's an element of like, and even the way that I look at the world, I'm like, we need to respect the feminine, you know? So sometimes I'm like, I wish that I was, because then I could be like, you know what I mean? You get what I mean? Well, absolutely, I'd be outside though. She said she'd be a whore. That's what she said. Is that what you're saying? A man whore? I'm sorry, I'm not slut shaming. But that's what it sounds like you're saying. Would you prefer to be white, like the blindness that comes with whiteness? I've thought about that, and I really hope, if I were to be white, I just hope that I would have the mindset to respect all cultures like I do, as a colored person. Like, that's my only wish. Like, if I were to be born white, I would hope that I'm not one of those people who doesn't understand why they shouldn't say certain things. Like, that's one thing I get so pissed off. Like, say whatever you want in your private time, but like when you're around other people,
when you need mobile coverage,
like, I don't know, it's just like, why do you feel the need to say that word? Juneteenth just passed, so I guess this is relevant. But yeah, once again, this is I have my PP, I have my V, and I have my CA. Let me know whatever you send, because I'm on Do Not Disturb, so I don't get notifications. Or I guess I could just check. Oh my goodness, Halle Bailey just dropped a new song. That's crazy. Brave face, period. It's 3:33 for a mini reading, just 3:33. Oh, sound bowls. What if I turned on some lo-fi? I'm gonna do lo-fi. I haven't really used lo-fi recently. Tie, 1 second. It's been a couple seconds at this point. No, I'm joking. I used to do that like frequently when people would say, "Give me a second," or "I'll be back in a second." I'd be like, "Okay, it's been more than a second." Sometimes it's well received. Sometimes it's not. I think it's funny though. I think it's hilarious. Where's the lo-fi? Where is the lo-fi? Lo-fi. Sometimes lo-fi gets annoying for me. I'm not even gonna lie. That's why I don't listen to it as much. I don't know how to say that. It's not annoying. Oh shit. But I don't know. It's like too stimulating. Sometimes I need a little bit more stimulation or less stimulation, if that makes sense. Charis. I've seen that name before. That I think it means charity. What is? I don't mean to overanalyze you, but I'm about to do a reading for you. I think that name means it can refer to the Greek goddesses of charm, beauty, and grace, known as the Charites or Graces. Excuse me. In a biblical context, Charis translates to grace. Yeah, you just said that. Excuse me. I'm burping. Oh, am I saying it wrong? Is it not Charis? Is it Charis? Am I stupid? Have I been saying the name incorrectly my whole life? I've only seen it like one other time, but I thought it was Charis. Oops. Oh, Charis House? Is that what that is? Wait, am I crazy? Am I stupid? I've been saying that word wrong my entire life. Never mind, I've seen that word before. Back when I was homeless, there was this women's shelter, and I think they called it the Charis House. I don't think they said Charis, but I never really. I know. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'm just having a moment. I'm like, why did I not? I don't know. Anyways, what's going on for Charis or Charis? How do you is it Charis for you? Charismatic. Oh, period. Period. Okay. Thank you for your energy. I appreciate you, and I hope that this is helpful to you. I hope this gives you clarity in whatever way you need it. Oh my god, the tongue emoji. What's going on for Charis? What is going on for Charis? Charismatic. Well, there's a soft S with charismatic. Charisma. I'm sorry. If you want to ask specific questions, you're welcome to. You're welcome to put them in the chat. Or we can just flow. making this flow. However you prefer, or if you want to just give me the preference, I don't know. Charisma gives me the strong syllable emphasis. Charisma. I guess. I don't really understand, but I guess. Okay, what's going on? What wants to come through for charisma this time? What messages? I didn't bring my love messages. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Chariot. I'm gonna start off with 3 cards. Let me not get too ahead of myself. Oh no. 5 of Pentacles. I pulled this for myself. I don't mean to overindulge my life. I don't need to overshare. But I pulled this card for me earlier today, and I was really mad about that. I was like, where am I gonna be next month or next week? And this card came out, and I was like, girl, what the heck? 9 of Swords, the Chariot, and the 5 of Pentacles. So I mean, these are not that really favorable, but this is a nice energy. And it's also major arcana, so this is more important in theory. So it's kind of what it's giving, actually, now that I'm seeing it very clearly. It's like giving the energy of someone who is experiencing a lot of anxiety from like leveling up, from getting new opportunities. Like it's a very it's eustress. Have you ever heard of the word eustress? I don't mean to infantilize, but when I learned that word back in high school, I was like super lit. There's eustress and there's de-stress, and when people talk about stress, they're talking about de-stress, but there's also eustress, like the feeling that you get from like really positive energy. You know what I mean? So happy that you could cry, so full of joy that you could just like scream, like that sort of energy. The 5 of Pentacles, I don't know. It could be that you misinterpret the energy. I feel like a lot of times we do misinterpret that energy when it comes into our body. We have Aries energy, fire, passion. Like sometimes I have to catch myself when I'm interacting with other people. Like this happened very recently. I had to catch myself where I met somebody new and I felt a lot of feelings around them, and some good, some bad, but it was like overwhelming, and I had to check myself because I wanted to I had the idea to run away from the situation and like not engage, but I did. It ended up being a nice conversation. And so once again, this is the energy of someone who is really just like, they're moving forward in life, they're doing the thing, but like it is a little bit stressful, it is a little bit chaotic, it is a little bit frustrating at times. What's the 5 of Pentacles? What's that about? Why did that come out for Kairos? Please, Infinite Spirit, what's going on with this 5 of Pentacles? Don't give up on yourself, up all night. Oh, goodness. So this is the energy of like resilience. This is the energy of like facing a wall, facing a restriction, facing a boundary, and being like, a restriction, a wall, is that you? Hi, friend. You're not going to stop me. You know what I mean? And whatever area of your life that applies to, if we're talking about relationships, if we're talking about work, if we're talking about friendships, like there's an area of your life where I feel like either now or in the near future or in the near past, there's an energy of like being met with resistance and being like just pushing past it, if that resonates for you. What's going on for Kairos? Not the 9 of Swords. God loves you, my dude. I don't know if you believe in God. I don't know if you believe in a higher power, but God loves you. However, our actions are not always appreciated. Notice how I said our actions? I'm going to put myself in that boat. I know God loves me, but sometimes we do shit that is not okay. And he does not love those things. Or she, or they. I don't really identify with a male God, but for the palatable, to make it palatable, sometimes I just say he. But, you know what I mean? Our higher power, our higher guidance system does not always appreciate our angels, our spirit guide, whatever you call it personally. Everybody calls it different. The universe, what else do people call it? Spirit, the great I am, the infinite source. Sometimes I like source, God source. What's going on? Money is coming soon. Incoming messages, period. If you're worried about money, I feel like that might be coming soon. But yeah, I don't know if you're interested in like nervous system work, if you've done nervous system work, but that is a thing that's coming through. I've been kind of working on my nervous system here and there. It's a journey. Because I like to believe that spirituality is very interlinked with psychology. You deserve better. Stop settling. And when you learn to master the psychology part of it, you definitely get one up in the spirituality as well. Because you can't have one without the other. And like, if your physical body is not prepared to handle energy, I'm just gonna say energy, then you're not going to receive it. It's going to be overwhelming. It's going to be painful. It's going to be uncomfortable. Are you a Scorpio? Who's a Scorpio? We have Scorpio coming out. Oh my gosh, she's Scorpio. Okay, so we have 6 cards out that I've pulled officially. I could just kind of go over those cards. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. Ooh, Scorpio Moon. I'm scared / appreciative. I've had a lot of friends who are Scorpio Moons. I don't mean to project onto you, but I've had a lot of friends who are Scorpio Moons. Very cool people. Very soft-spoken usually. Not always, but very soft-spoken in their own way. Very strong energy is another thing I'll say. Like, very powerful sorcerers. You know? Obviously, it depends on the rest of your chart. But one of them was a Leo sun with a Scorpio moon, and I was like, girl, she was so pretty. And whatnot. Very good reader. I hope she's doing well. I don't know. Maybe she's dead. Oh my god, wait, why would I say that? Intrusive thoughts for the win. Oh my god, are you a Leo sun? Did you tell me a name? Do you have a name? Oh yeah, Karis. We went through this whole thing and I forgot your name. Wow. Because I was like, are you her? For a minute, I was like, for a second, I was like, are you her? Are you the person I'm talking about? Because we haven't talked in forever, and I was like, I don't know, sometimes when I'm channeling, my brain, my memory just goes out the window. I forget every other moment. I'm just here in this moment. You know what I mean? It's a crazy thing. I don't know if you've ever channeled, but it definitely does something to your brain. So, once again, we have the 5 of Pentacles. I'm going to go through these cards. 5 of Pentacles. Once again, it's a card about feeling lack, feeling insecure, feeling like you're left out in the cold. You don't really have all the answers. You're not really sure about what's going on. Let me change this background. Sorry about the coughing. But it's a minor arcana, so it's not as serious as this positive energy of the Chariot. Which I want to pull another card for the Chariot. Can I get a confirmation for the Chariot, please? What's the Chariot? Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, basically what I thought. The 9 of Swords is about anxiety. It's the anxiety card. A lot of people see it as an anxiety card. It's overthinking. It's overanalyzing. And these two together is not a good mix. This is not a good mix. But once again, with the Page of Pentacles and the Chariot, you have the ability to move forward. You have the ability to move onward. I'm leaving behind a super whack community due to my husband's work. Period. I feel that. I feel that for sure, girly pop. And with the Death card, there is transformation. Oh, and the Ace of Swords. There is change. There is, transformation available. Just don't give up on yourself, even in the low moments, even in the rough moments. And I'm saying this from my own perspective. I don't want to assume. I don't want to project my own lens of the world onto you, but You know, assuming that you have met yourself and you have like, you know, make sure that in those low moments, in those rough moments, you are holding yourself, you are being nice to yourself, you're being kind to yourself. I say it all the time, but like, I don't know. I'm saying it again. Because life isn't always easy. Our brain isn't always nice to us, you know, but you, as an observer, evocative. Oh my god, that made me think of niggas in Paris. It's evocative. What does that even mean? Oh my gosh. Or provocative? Is that what they say? I don't know. Provocative. Ah, that's so funny. That's so funny. But you know, the Page of Pentacles and the Chariot, you are definitely moving forward from this situation, from this community, from whatever this situation. Like, you're doing the Don Caution thing. I don't know why. I'm gonna pull for that if that's okay. Why does this card come out? Can you give me some clarity, please, on this card? The Emperor, the Hermit. Okay, so maybe you have a habit, maybe you have a tendency to use discernment, take this with a grain of salt. But I feel like with the Hermit and the Emperor card both coming out, I pulled this for this cheesy card, God loves you, but your actions are not always appreciated. I pulled that for that. I was like, what is that about? So there could be a thing where like your higher power, your higher guidance system doesn't really appreciate how you isolate sometimes. Sometimes it's necessary, but like that's the message that's coming through. It's like sometimes you over isolate, sometimes you overly go into your head, and I don't think that's really a great thing. Once again, no judgment, no shame. I'm not saying like you need to do better, but like, you know, just I feel like that's just something that needs to be understood. Like, it might be an unhealthy coping mechanism. And I get like this too. I resonate with this part. I was just talking about how I was like resisting talking to this new person. And I mean, for a good reason, because there were definitely some red flags that came out of his mouth. But just because there are some red flags doesn't mean you need to avoid it all completely. Then you wouldn't have any experiences, you know? We'd just be hermits all day, all night. I'm always one step away from living on a lighthouse. Period. But I feel that. Yeah, no. Maybe the money will make it easier for me to run and hide out somewhere so far away. I've been popping, dropping, dodging evil witches. These houses be dropping everywhere. That's SZA song. Oh my gosh. SZA is another thing. But yeah. But on the positive, it is the Emperor, and that's a really positive energy. Even though in the negative, it is very destructive. But, you know, just something to be mindful of. Like, when you isolate, I'm not even saying you can't isolate, but just next time you feel that coming up, next time you feel that urge to, like, distance yourself, at least mentally pause and, like, question yourself. And be like, why am I running away? Is this really necessary? Do I need to run away from the situation? Am I safe to be here, or do I need to leave? You know what I mean? Like, really question, like, why am I doing this? Like, and I feel like eventually you'll be able to break that habit. And it's a thing that happens in the moment. Like, it's something you have to catch yourself in the moment when you're feeling the feeling. Like, it's not something you can go afterwards and be like, oh, I should have did that. Like, no, when you're feeling it, you have to be like, I'm feeling it. So now let's do something with that feeling, you know? I'm sorry, I'm being silly. But you know what I mean? And that's kind of what I did yesterday. Not to make it all about me, but that's what I did yesterday. I was just like, because it was really hard for me to breathe. Like, he initiated talking to me. He, like, asked me a question, and then he pulled me into conversation. And once again, I originally felt attracted to him. I felt a soul attraction to him. But I for the most part, stay to myself in person. In like, I say hi. I try to be friendly, like, when I'm passing people. But for the most part, I try to stay to myself. Like, when I'm outside, I'm like tending to my mental health. I'm taking a walk. I'm like, you know, I'm here for myself. And so with this specific person, I was just like, I can't breathe in this moment, and I recognized that, and I was just like, okay, let me consciously breathe. Let me get some oxygen to my brain, because that's also psychologically, you know, why it's important to breathe, because it allows for clarity, allows for oxygen and blood to flow throughout your body, allows us to think positively, you know, or at least clearly. I'll say, not positive, clearly. And yeah, so I allowed myself to breathe, and then we had a conversation. And once again, there was a lot of red flags, but if I would have ran away like I wanted to, I would not have experienced the positivity from that conversation. You know what I mean? And it's like that's why this is so important, because you will miss out on so many opportunities because of that urge to isolate, because of that urge to like protect yourself, you know, and we don't want that. We want to have good experiences. We want to like have a good time on this planet. I mean, some of it sucks. It really sucks to be here sometimes. But if you can make it a good time, why not? And part of that does require us to step outside of our comfort zone and to do things that we're not comfortable with sometimes. And once again, I'm learning that for like the millionth time, I feel like. So I'm also, once again, I'm speaking from being in that energy. So, yeah. Any closing messages, Spirit? Any loving closing messages? Do you want to ask anything else before I close this out? Do you have any questions that you want to ask specifically before I lovingly send your energy and all that stuff? You're doing better than you think you are. Ooh. And if your mind tells you otherwise, it's tricking you. It's deceiving you. Oh my. Okay. You know, you're doing a lot better than you think you are. I feel like that message has been coming out a lot. I did a video on YouTube the other day with that message. You're doing better than you think you are. Go easy on yourself. You want to see what the other card says? It said, where'd it go? I shuffled again. I can read what it says. It's a pretty intensive message. It's not anything bad. Oh my god. It's just a reflection moment. It says, I haven't found the card yet, but it says, Jesus/money will only help you so much if you're not willing to do the inner work. I'm not quoting verbatim because I'm looking for the card, but that's basically what it says. Like, you know, looking outside of ourselves for solutions will never be the solution, you know? So that's basically what that said. Some of these are very deep messages. Hello, Mel. Jesus or money, or Jesus or bunny. Yeah, you have to find the golden bunny, and you will be enlightened. If you can't find the golden bunny, I don't know what to tell you. No, money, like money. Jesus and money. I don't know what possessed me to write that, but I do think that's a profound message. It basically translates to, like, no matter how many books you read, no matter how many self-help books you read, no matter how many people you go to, if you don't go within, if you don't take the time to sit with yourself and sit with that discomfort, you will never be a cool cat. You're a cool cat, though. Don't mind the dogs. Some of these are just silly. Some of these are, I was just being silly. I'm looking for it, seriously. Where is that? Did I already set it down? I already set it down. I wasn't going to find it because I already put it down with the rest of the cards. Synchronicity, period. Love that for you. Okay, it says money/Jesus can only do so much if you do not open your heart and make internal changes. That's what it says verbatim. Was a weird nickname of mine for a long time. That's cute. That's also a 70s thing, I think, like an 80s, 90s thing. Cool cat, like people calling people cats. But yeah, that's what this said. I'm mad that I was searching for it for so long. That might also be a message about searching for something that's like right in front of you. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating when we're like searching for something and it's like literally right in front of our face. It's like literally on your nose. I'm like, But yeah, also we have the Taurus energy. There could be a Taurus in your life, or this could be for you about being patient with yourself, being kind to yourself. The negative stereotype of Taurus is that they're angry and they're aggressive and they're but the positive side of Taurus is that they're loving and they're sweet and they're patient and they're, they're good cooks and stuff like that. So I wrote family, the bull, slow strength, sleeping, determination, good food, money, and then 420. So, yeah. Once again, you're making more progress than you think you are. And you should keep doing what you're doing. Stay prayed up, I guess, if you believe in prayer and all that jazz. Make sure to be kind to yourself, and I don't know. Or you could choose not to be kind to yourself. You could choose to bang your head against the wall. I would prefer you didn't do that, but excuse them all. Period. You're on the right path. But yeah, thank you for trusting me with your energy. I do appreciate you. Thank you for your time. I'm gonna go off. Actually, I guess I could meditate on here for a little bit. I don't know, because I was gonna get off here. I was gonna meditate, but I guess I'll just do that here. It's 2 a.m. You're going to bed. Period. It's 2 a.m. here too. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna meditate for a little bit. Much love to you. If you choose to stay, I appreciate you. But either way, it was nice interacting. But yeah, I'm gonna close my eyes, breathe in. One thing about the healing journey that is so frustrating that I was talking with that dude that I mentioned is that it is not linear. Some days you will feel on top of the world, you will feel so in control of yourself, and then other days you will be like, what the fuck is going on? And it's like, what the heck? It doesn't make any sense, but here we are. Breathing in, breathing out. My energy is mine and yours is yours. Why do you care so much whose dick I ride? Why? Oh my god, now the song is playing in my head. Say that shit with your chest. And in the next dimension. Oh my. Am I gonna see you in your dreams? I was actually thinking about that. I was thinking about the idea of people dream hopping and stuff. I had Beyonce show up in one of my dreams once. I've heard of Beyonce showing up in people's dreams before. She's definitely, the last few years, since The Lion King, actually I think since Lemonade, she's definitely been very spiritually centered in her music, which I really appreciate. It's really refreshing. I definitely feel like in some capacities she is a spirit guide. She plays as a spirit guide. If you listen to her music, you know what I'm talking about. I don't think you can really deny it if you listen to her music. Also, if you listen to my music, I might be a spirit guide. But anyways, I'm gonna take another breath. 1, 2, 3. Everything is a distraction. I'm saying that as a Gemini, but one thing I'll say, I really do appreciate getting into the meditation routine. It will change your life. When you regularly meditate, Gemini, Gemini. When you regularly meditate, oh my gosh. Even just for 5 minutes a day, I guarantee you it will change your life drastically. Just taking 5 minutes of silence. Obviously, we're not in silence because I keep talking. Thank you for the likes. I do appreciate your presence. And they often say when you feel like doing it the least, that's usually when you need to do it the most. If you don't feel like doing laundry, you probably should do some laundry. If you don't feel like taking a nap, you probably should take a nap. Obviously there's nuance, but You know, when you don't feel like meditating, that's where I was getting to. If you don't feel like meditating, if you don't feel like praying, that's usually the moments where you need to do it the most. Do I always follow through? No, but I recognize, like, I probably should be doing that in this moment, you know what I mean? I'm just chatting, I'm just talking. I'm gonna open myself up. Divine healing, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, if you are open to it, I do wish you divine healing, I do wish you cosmic healing throughout your body, throughout your spirit body. If you are open to it, emphasis on if you are open to it, consent. Allow the angels, allow the ancestors of the highest white light to guide you through transformation, growth, evolution, all that jazz. If you are open to it, one second, I'm gonna keep saying if you're open to it. If you're not open to it, much love to you. If you're open to that, at least, I don't know. If you're not open to anything, then I guess you're just listening to the sound of my voice and you're not absorbing what I'm saying. But if you are, thank you. Thank you for being here. Your willingness to grow, your willingness to evolve is a very appreciated thing. Please don't ever underestimate that. Whoever's here, whoever's listening to the sound of my voice, please don't ever underestimate the power of internal change. Sometimes it seems selfish. Sometimes it's like, oh, well, it's just going to affect me. But it doesn't. You know, when we choose to change ourselves, we also change those around us. We also change the world in small ways. So please, never give up on yourself. Never give up on wanting to be better, wanting to be different. And if you have given up, it's okay. It's okay to admit that, but you can always pick up that crown and try again, you know. If I ever watch this back, I might find this very interesting because I haven't meditated on camera in a while. I used to do that regularly. I used to facilitate meditation moments, but sometimes it feels weird, so I tend to not. You see how I'm like chatting, like you guys are like, you're pulling it out of me. I'm like, just kidding. Because if I wasn't on here, I wouldn't be talking as much. I would just be in silence. But I feel the need to talk. Yeah, it's like. So once again, whoever's here, if there's anybody here, thank you for your presence. I wish you much love and peace and joy and all the things. If you're open to it, once again, because consent is a beautiful thing. I had my eyes closed for a long time. It always feels weird to open your eyes again. Hello. Scratch, scratch. Scratch, scratch. Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get off here. If there's anybody still here, peace. Remember to keep your spirits high. Take care of yourself. And deuces.